wanted to get in, but just now getting in, just the relief and just how you feel about this team heading into the series.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't always pretty for us this year. I felt like, the last few weeks we really battled hard and gave ourselves a chance to get into the playoffs. There were a few days there that we were looking at the standings and we were on the outside looking in. So, it feels pretty good to get back into this year, that's for sure.
Not a lot going on in the first period, but do you like the way you guys responded after the second and third period?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we played pretty well. After we got going there, the first wasn't one of our better periods, but I thought once we got going, I mean, we had a ton of shots and some chances that unfortunately we couldn't put in the net. But I guess that's how it goes sometimes. And I mean, there's not much you can do. Just gotta keep playing hard and getting pucks onto the net and trying to bang home rebounds.
How strange is it to lose a game yet and come out of the locker room very happy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the 25th year that we made it, I think. So I don't know how many times this has happened, but we don't really care.
Danny, can you just talk about the pressure you guys had on getting all kinds of chances and then 2.5 minutes left, the empty netter goes in, what you're feeling on the bench at that point in time?
Yeah, it wasn't a great feeling. Like I said earlier, I thought, we had some chances there in the third that we could have easily buried and tied up the game, but, it was tough when they scored that empty netter. It wasn't a very good feeling.
Was there chatter on the bench about the Boston-Ottawa score? I mean, did you hear about that while you were still out there? Or?
I didn't hear anything, so no, I didn't really know what was going on.
So you didn't find out you advanced until you were in here? Or?
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, and then the game was still going on in here, so we didn't hear anything out there.
Back-to-back
loss.
loss.
In your room when you found out?
I mean, everybody was excited. It's a good feeling to get into the playoffs. Once you're in there, it doesn't matter how you make it. Like I said, the last few weeks we've put ourselves in a position to get into the playoffs and try to make a run here. So it was a lot of hard work, and we got a little help today. But I guess that's not how it goes sometimes. We'll take it.
Tough 7-game series against Tampa last year. Just talk about your thoughts. That's got to fuel some more optimism that you can play with those guys this year.
Yeah, I mean, in the NHL there's so much parity. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night, and it's going to be a tough series. And obviously, we know them pretty well, playing in the division with them and then playoffs last year. So it's going to be a battle out there, and it should be a fun series. And hopefully, we can come out with 4 wins first.
You mentioned how much pressure is there as an still 25 years through? I mean, been hearing about it a lot here the last few weeks. I mean, is there a lot of pressure to keep that thing going and all?
I mean, I'll be honest. The last month of the season, it's kind of in your head and a little bit in the back of your head, and you don't want to let guys down from who've played the last 25 years. Everybody who's been in this organization has worked really hard to have that streak, and I mean, it's a great honor to put the Red Wing jersey on and go out there and try to keep that streak going. So yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of always in the back of your head a little bit, especially with the season winding down and everyone's so close in the standings, but it's something that I think you're thinking about a little bit. Yeah.
Vladimir Konstantinov was on the bench pregame before Philly. You talk about the previous guys that have held this streak. Just him being on the bench, how much does that boost you guys on a night like that when you needed that win big?
Well, yeah, sometimes, we see Vladdy or we see some of the guys who are now retired around the rink and stuff like that walking around. There's a lot of guys who come into the room sometimes, and you think about it, the streak's been going on for a long time, so there's a lot of guys who are a part of it, and anytime you see them and get to say hi to them and talk to them a little bit, it's kind of inspiring a little bit.
Does he in a way give you goosebumps when you see him, just because you know what happened to him and you know how good a player he was, a defenseman like yourself?
Yeah, Vladdy was one of the great Red Wing defensemen. I mean, I love used to watching him, and some of Croner's hits remind me of a little bit of Vladdy sometimes out there. But he was a great player, and guys always had their head up coming across the line. But yeah, it's he was just one of the better defensemen I remember watching.